everybody, and welcome to today's daily message. And as the description says, we are doing free live one questions and donation for a mini reading for 555. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear out the energy for today, and then we will start off this reading. So today is February 2nd. Okay. So it's like mastering twice, right? What are we mastering? Being more in our heart spaces, because two and two adds up to a four. Mastering being more in our heart spaces today, with the energetic of 10 or reduced down to one with the magician. So the magician talks about having everything that we need within ourselves, right? Not seeking outside approval, not needing somebody else's opinion, and taking, if you're being criticized, take that criticism as a form of construction. Through taking that is a stepping stone for your growth to move forward. So we're mastering things today. We're mastering staying in balance in our heart, not allowing our head, our ego, our fear to take over. All right. Somebody needs to hear this today. All right. So let me go ahead and finish clearing out these cards real quick. And we're going to pull some cards for a daily message. All right. So another thing that I want to say before we get started is I cancel and rebuke any black magic or evil eye that is intended on this live stream. I cancel and rebuke it. I cancel and rebuke it. And I put it on that karmic bus that the ancestors are already behind and driving. All right. I put it right back to the universe and allow it to land on that karmic bus. Because I'm going to tell you right now, guys, the ancestors are driving that bus. They're in it. And they are loaded up and they are ready to serve. All right. So be aware of projections is another thing they wanted to talk to me about. If you are sitting there and you are judging somebody else, okay, whether it's judging them for their belief system, judging them for the tools that they use for divination, judging their looks, judging who they are, judgment for any purpose, that's called projection. Say, for instance, and I get this on my channel, have you found Jesus? You're a devil because you use divination tool. That is projection. So if you're asking me if I have found Jesus and projecting me and call me a devil, I'm not the one who needs to seek Jesus. Okay? So judgment it's just as harsh. It's like a form of pride and envy. Those are two of the seven deadly sins. If you don't know anything about the seven deadly sins, they're there, right? That's part of the generational curses that we of light workers are here to break. All right. There's greed, sloth, envy, pride, lust, gluttony. Gluttony is that overdoing. Sloth is being lazy. Envy is like jealousy. Pride is somebody who's very much in their pride and ego, their fear. That's called intrusive thoughts. Lust is the Jezebel spirit, somebody who's very lusty. I've been there, did that. I'm not free from it, but I've learned from it. That's a generational curse that I have broken. Greed is somebody who's very greedy, somebody who's very selfish, somebody who's very materialistic, somebody who is just always looking for the opportunity to gain something from somebody else. So this is what we of the collective need to bring the awareness to. So if you are here to project any of that crap upon me, you're just mad because it's being mirrored back to you, these unhealed wounds. So don't come here telling me I need to find Jesus because I use a divination tool. Don't come here judging me because I am a psychic or a medium, because that's just you projecting your fears upon me. I found Jesus. So if you are telling me I need to find it, I'm not the one who needs to find it. Okay? What am I talking about? The 7 deadly sins. And if you're questioning me, maybe this is not the video for you. All right. Because this is a channel where I am teaching, I am learning along with everybody else here. I am healing wounds that are very deep within myself. I've been going through the dark night of the soul, and 50% of the time I've been alone for the process. I don't recommend anybody that. That's very hard to do. So yes, so we're going to clear out this negative energy. Please guys, hit thumbs up, and we're going to start in with the daily message. So the daily message is, I feel, is be in your heart. Make sure that you are very balanced in your heart with giving and receiving, because the full moon in Leo is about taking that criticism. Are you fearing the criticism that you're taking? Giving, is that why you're instilling fear, or are you afraid to accept the criticism as a constructive tool? All right, so you need to open your heart to giving and receiving here. Trying to criticize anybody, I am not trying to judge anybody. If our belief systems are not the same, that's fine. I can be adult enough to disagree, right? Without judgment. And that's part of the problem with the world today. There's always judgment. You cannot be an adult and just disagree, agree to disagree. There's always division. There's always, well, you're wrong and I'm right. There is no right or wrong. But what is wrong is trying to project upon somebody else because you have something that is unhealed within you. Okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So it's about mastering that balance with the double two energy, mastering that balance. So we have the double two, and we also have the energetic 1 of the year, right? Which adds up to a 5. So there is change happening. There is things happening. Hi, proud mommy, welcome to my live stream. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Stick around after I get done doing the daily message. I am doing 1 free questions and mini reads for $5.55. I greatly appreciate it if you could donate to the channel, even if you don't want a mini read. Every little bit helps. Hello, you from Mem. KP. Hi, KP. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a moon's energy for the collective today. So the full moons reflect back to us unhealed wounds, rooted issues. That's why, hey, sister, how you doing, KP? All right, so, and that's what happens, rooted issues, unhealed wounds, things that need to be balanced, things that you from MEM. I don't know what MEM stands for, KP. I apologize. All right, so be bold and make the first move. We have the cardinal coming through here. The cardinal signs are leaders, like Dawn. So the cardinal signs are leaders. This is about taking leadership of your life. This is about being authentic. This is about making that bold move, right? Making that bold move to be the person to stand up for yourself. Oh, you're from India. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to my channel. Yeah, personal issues that need to be resolved. So the full moon in Cancer, the Cancer rules the 4th house of home. Home, family, where you feel at home at, your sacred space, because Cancers they like to crawl back into their shells, right? Because that's what makes them feel comfortable. All right. And then Cancer is also a cardinal sign. So today would be a good day to resolve any personal issues that you still may be carrying of feeling judged or criticized. And I feel like I took my spiritual shower. I asked Spirit because I prayed in the shower because I connect with water. Um, I asked him, what do you want me to talk about? Off the bat, it was like the projection and finding Jesus and, everything that I've been going through when I allow comments on my live stream. I am doing good, KP. How are you doing? All right. How's the weather over in India? All right. So next we're going to pull an angel message. Start off with an angel message when it talks about resolving issues on a personal level. Taking things personally is something else. Please hit that thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and donate. All donations are welcome. If you would like a mini reading for $5.55, I am offering them as well. So let's go ahead and pull an archangel message here. Yeah, take your power back, right? Take your power back. Use your God-given power and attention to manifest blessings in your life. So I feel this is talking about taking your power back from people, places, and situations, and using these intentions to resolve personal issues within your heart space, to make moves into what you like, setting that brick up. You may have your first layer of bricks, reaching your goals. You may have did that in the month of January. Okay. And now this month you're being asked to add that extra layer of whatever you are building your goals, towards your goals. All right. So they're asking you to resolve any personal issues, call your power back, right? And take that power to build something, to make another move on what you want to build towards that goal. And here we have the moon cycles, right? Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. So there is definitely a cycle closing out here. You are mastering a cycle of being more in your heart and not being afraid to come out and express yourself in a very bold manner, right? Who cares if people judges you? It's their issue. It's not yours, all right? So Archangel Raziel is coming through once again, and I think he come through yesterday about showing you spirit truths, right? You already know what to do. It is time to spread your wings and fly, but you need to have this energy of patience with what seeds you are watering and the water that you are using to water them seeds, right? Because if you're over watering it, the seed's going to rot. If you're not watering it enough, it's not going to sprout. If you're watering it with emotions, if you are watering it with poisonous emotions, then your seed's going to pop up with poison. In other words, you won't be able to harvest it. It'll be poisonous, all right? So what is hidden coming to the light? Because the full moon reflects dark energies. What is hidden is coming to the light. Joyful activity, celebration of light and abundance. So the sun dancer, the sun. So what is coming to the light? The sun is illuminating. It's time to celebrate life. It is time to be happy, right? Look, she's standing on top of, I don't know, it kind of looks like a rock or top of a building, but she's only standing on one leg. Balancing is very, very important today. So what is hidden is abundance, right? There's some sort of abundance or a hidden opportunity that is coming. Why? Because you've put in. You have put the work in. Hi, Kitty Cat Black. And the new moon eclipse may be bringing this in. And that's why it's hidden right now, because somebody is walking an unknown path. So the new moon solar eclipse is coming in Aquarius and Pisces. And you need to trust that you are safe in this unknown on this unknown path or in your known territory. So somebody actually, I feel, heeded the advice yesterday of walking down a path that is unknown, right? Instead of walking down a path that is safe, somebody is walking down a path unknown. And what is hidden in that unknown path is some sort of a divine gift. So we have the 32 energy, which talks about that 5 energy today. Why? Because you have resolved some sort of a wound or issue when it comes to judgment, when it comes to self-judgment. Perhaps maybe it's about filling in the house of the home, right? And we have the cardinal moon, which Aquarius is not a cardinal sign, and neither is Pisces. Cancer is a cardinal sign, and Libra is the cardinal sign. So things are being balanced out for you. Why? One of the Wonderland, integrity and compromise. So you're asked to stand in your integrity. Make that move. And she's sitting on a mushroom. So mushrooms to me represent a dream energy, but you also have a rabbit here. A rabbit represents birth. It represents birthing something, right? What are you birthing? You're birthing something that is divinely protected for one. Another, birthing something that is coming out of nowhere, right? With the sun dancer, coming out of nowhere. Yeah, in your garden. Why? Because you have your spirit team who have helped you hit the mark. Right? Why? Because you asked them for help and you took the small steps in which you were meant to take, even though it may have been in unknown territory. Yeah, you listen to that still small voice within you. And you knew you were being divinely guided here. All right? This is beautiful. I cancel and rebuke any throat chakra attacks. I cancel and rebuke any throat chakra attacks. I cancel and rebuke any throat chakra attacks. What are the crows warning us about today? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah, sashaying. So sashaying talks about hiding something. I feel like Spirit is telling you, don't hide yourself, right? There also could have been somebody who was trying to hide, still in some sort of an idea that you implemented, right? But that's what this card talks about. See, it shows a crow. It talks about a crow hiding its food because it's afraid that the other crows will steal it. So you're being warned about hiding yourself. And not celebrating life. Because you're dancing with the universe today. So instead of hiding yourself, right, take the energy of this moon cycle and use it to manifest the abundance that you wish to see in your life. Open yourself up to receiving it, because that's what the heart chakra talks about, opening yourself up to receive it. Yeah. Sacred space. So sacred space talks about place that you call home, right? No matter where it is. And you know what is really crazy is home is where the heart is. You need to open up your heart. See the eggs, right? The 4 eggs, something about that 4 energy today. Trust that the divine is protecting that idea, because luck is on your side. Something is going to catch your attention, and it's just a distraction. Maybe some sort of communication, because somebody is curious, and you're being about that. Somebody may even be saying, oh, you know, they're lucky that they can do that. No, it's not luck. It's about doing the work, right? It's about resolving any issue of maybe not feeling good enough to receive your abundance. It's about resolving some sort of issue of judgment, of being criticized. It's about, you know, something being put in a spotlight here, something hidden being put in a spotlight. How you are a limitless abundance being, right? And when you're in this energy of happiness, joyfulness, like attracts like. All right. So the sun's power is very significant. I just seen on another channel about the sun having another explosion of some sort. So that could be significant. Maybe something happened in your home. Maybe you're going to lose some sort of everybody's going to feel it regardless, right? Especially if you're extra sensitive. So be aware if you're having any technology problems, all right? So what needs to be let go of today? Yeah, surrender to the magic of who you are. Yeah. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. Yes. So you need to surrender to the magic of who you are, because you are very powerful in your heart, in your mind, in your emotions. You are very unique, right? So that's why the angels are telling you to call your power back to you and use that power to build, to feel abundant, to feel joy, to feel happiness. Don't hide because you're afraid to be judged. I also feel too, you need to put some protection around you, because you're in a very lucky time frame. Yeah, surrender procrastination. If my crap is fake, sir, then why are you on my channel? You have something within yourself that needs healed, buddy. Bless you. All right. So yeah. Buddies have been visiting for a while. Yes, they have been. I've been seeing them too. There's two of them in my backyard, and I'm like, why are you out in the middle of winter? Yeah, so I agree. So you're being asked to surrender procrastination and take that next step, right? Be bold. Take that next step on your journey. Now's the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action will attract success. Double 2 energy. All right, so now we are just going to go ahead and finish off this message with a light keepers message. So you are unique for a reason. So having low self-esteem and having some sort of an illusion. So procrastination is the sloth energy, right? And surrender to miracles, right? Surrender to miracles. Surrender your fear of and resentments, anger, right? Find your inner peace. Let go of negative thinking. That's that fear-based energy. And then surrender your attachment to how things are going to manifest, because this is going to come in by surprise. All right. So you just need to be open to miracles occurring. Allow the magic of who you are to happen. All right, so let's pull a Light Keepers message here, and then we'll go into the questions. Oh, look, you have an ancestor coming through. Care and compassion. That talks about the space. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. But you have ancestor who is coming in and offering this helping hand. And then you have Archangel Gabriel's twin flame, right? Coming in and telling you love is yours. Recognize your divine worth, right? That's about raising your self-esteem, feeling worthy for your abundance, being that unlimited being, right? Choose loving thoughts. Yeah, because something good is unfolding, something that you've been wishing for, something that you've been hoping for, and I feel like it's going to happen over the new moon solar eclipse we got coming in 2 weeks. All right. So Quan Lin, Kuan Yin, sometimes Kuan Yin is a, I don't know how to pronounce it, Buddha-like being and the goddess of mercy, compassion, and love. Though she is acknowledged in Buddhism and the traditions of China, she goes beyond religion and warms the hearts of all who call on her. So, yeah, happy birthday, Alex. Um, so this is somebody who goes beyond religion, right? She's goes beyond the organization of religion. Like she's not, just like I said when I opened up with the reading about people who come in and ask me, if you found Jesus, you're a devil worshiper. Those are projections. You're very welcome, Alex. Those are projections. Because why? Because they have unhealed wounds within themselves of judgment. And this is coming in telling you to be more care and compassionate, because it's like they don't know no better, right? Because they're seeing they're seeing some sort of a situation through a sense of tunnel vision, of seeing things in black or white, right? They're not seeing that there's a broader spectrum to the belief system, okay? She has a strong connection to healing energy, in particular Reiki, and encourages people to offer care, forgiveness, and compassion to themselves and others. I will, as soon as I get done reading this, Alex, I'd be glad to answer that question for you. And others. Compassion is about recognizing the spirit in others. It's about seeing that they have come from the same source as you have. First of all, the keepers of the light want to acknowledge all the service and commitment you have offered to others. You are all love, and if you're finding it difficult with anybody at the moment, the best way you can move forward is to go beyond wanting to understand why or how they are the way they are. Just move beyond their behavior, mistakes, and challenges. This card brings the message of friendship and care, helping you to see those around you do have the best intentions, even if it doesn't always seem that way. Move into compassion and develop a greater understanding. This will elevate your spirit and connect you to love. And that is the heart space, love, all right? So learning to compromise, right? Being adult enough to agree to disagree. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put these back in the decks, and I am going to pull some questions. All right, so I'll throw these back here, leave this one here. My nose is itchy. Usually that means, for me anyway, somebody unexpected is coming. Alrighty, so I seen your question, Alex. Is there anybody else up here who asked a question? Okay. All right, Alex, if you're still here, Kitty Cat Black, if you're still here and have a question. All right, whenever, okay, I want to ask about my connection with Enrique. All right, we are on a twin flame journey. All right, so the connection with Enrique. So we're going to pull a romance angel. Alex wants to know about their connection with Enrique. Connection with Enrique for Alex. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Yeah, I remember our last chat. Yeah, the bird did go out. And I don't know if you missed your answer or not, but yeah, all right. So let's talk about Alex's journey with Enrique. Let's see. All right. So somebody has some control issues in this relationship. All right. And somebody is not allowing the situation to unfold as it should. There has to be some sort of heart-to-heart conversation. So I do feel that you definitely are connected in the heart space, but there is an essence of maybe one person not being honest, maybe being a bit over controlling in the relationship. I do see that there is angels around you guys. Yeah, somebody's very codependent. Very, very codependent. And that's what's controlling the relationship. I feel like somebody needs to be honest. Yeah. I do see maybe sometime in the future a reconciliation happening. But I feel like until this person is able to release whatever this addiction is, this codependent energy is, I feel like it's taking control over the relationship. And it is, I feel like that there is definitely love between you two, but there is a conversation that needs to happen here. All right, Alex? Absolutely. Um, he's probably mirroring it to you. That's why you're feeling it. Maybe um, you're feeling that it's solid, but I feel like there is something. I feel like there is something that he is unable to give you at this time, and that may be the reason for his silence, and that could be why you're feeling it. Let's pull some more cards here for you, Alex. If you could kindly donate a couple bucks to the channel, it would be... Yeah, there is. Yep, there is definitely... He is bound to some sort of an addiction here. Absolutely. And this addiction is controlling the relationship. See, like it's numbing. See how he's got his hand over his head? And that numbing energy is blocking him from being honest with you. With this codependent or some sort of an addiction, it's blocking him from calling you up and saying, listen, man, I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling this negative energy. I'm feeling unable to make this higher commitment with you. I really do want to reconcile because I feel your light, but it's a family issue. Is this a same-sex partnership? Because I feel like that's what the issue is. If it's a same-sex partnership, he is caring too much about what his family will think if he comes out. The reason why you're feeling this connection is because it's a past life connection. All right. And I feel like that's what it is, right? Because his family may look at it as a sin. Yeah, that's what it is. His family looks like it's a sin because you're attracted to the same sex. But I feel like he really does want to call you and tell you this because I feel like you are connected at the heart space, like there's mutual love. But this energy of feeling convicted or what the family will think about it is actually blocking it. They're saying that's not good. That's unrequited. That's a sin, right? You should not be attracted to the same person. Personally, if my kid would come and tell me something like that, I'd be like, hey, to each their own, right? But not everybody thinks like I do, right? So yeah, I feel like that's what the issue is. I do feel that there is absolutely a heart-to-heart connection here. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's definitely a heart-to-heart connection here. But because of that, feeling convicted by the family, he's actually numbing it. And I feel like he could literally be taking something to numb it as well. Like maybe it isn't. It isn't. I feel like whatever your I feel like it's all about how you feel about another person. You know, you could connect with a same sex person. It does not matter, right? Trust me, I am not anti same sex relationships at all. But yeah, he's numbing it with some sort of like drinking, or I don't know about drugs, but I feel a strong energy of drinking alcohol. Yeah, he's numbing the communication. So instead, he'd rather just turn his back to it at the time instead of allowing it to grow. So you are feeling the abandonment issues because of this situation. Yeah, there's a dark night of the soul that's going to happen. So basically, that's what he's doing. This is definitely a soulmate. You guys are mirroring this, the destruction in the heart, right? The home is where the heart is. Yeah, yeah, you guys are definitely energetically bonded. So he's purging something, and there is compromise coming in some sort in the future, but he has to face the shadow of fear. He has to face the shadow of fear before you guys can compromise it. There is definitely, yeah, right. You can't control it. You have to let it do its things, because the thing is when we try to control situations, it's like somebody choke holding, right? Choke holding the journey. And we don't want to do that. If you want to manifest something, you need to let go of it. Yeah, so I do see there is some sort of mirroring. When I see mirroring and soulmate, that tells me that it is definitely a twin flame connection. Because what happens is you mirror back and forth to one another what is unhealed. So I feel like right now he's just more focused on his money. And he is definitely going through that dark night of the soul, facing them fears of codependency, fear of rejection by his family, fear of what other people will think, right? That criticism, that judgment. But I do see the red rose on a chair. I feel like he's mirroring back to you that he feels the same way you do, that he really does want a fresh start. But right now he's in solitude because he's just afraid of what people will think. All right. So I hope that helped you out. Yeah, yeah. So the fact that you just said a Pisces and Aquarius, something about the eclipse that's coming in the next couple of weeks may help to eclipse out this codependent energy. It may help to eclipse out and heal what is, it's like hiding the connection, right? Hiding that you both are connected with the Aquarius energy, hiding. And then the Pisces talks about hidden enemies, hiding the connection, the turmoil. Yes. Yeah. So me and you, Alex, are on the same page here. It's like you already knew, but you needed me to confirm what you were feeling. Honey, you need to trust your intuition because you already know that, right? You already know that. You can already feel it, okay? Alrighty, I hope that helped you, Alex. I am so grateful for you showing up on my live stream. I'm not the best, but I do claim to be pretty good. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes just like everybody else, but I am pretty good at what I do. Yeah, and that's another thing about twin flame journeys. Usually your divine counterpart, there's always usually an age gap. Always. And that's another way to tell. So yeah. Aw, thank you for the blessing. Anybody else have any questions? Does anybody else have any questions? Or would like a mini read? Let me get me a drink of my coffee while I'm waiting, because I usually get a bunch of people well after the fact. No, I do not use TikTok. I am not on TikTok, and I am not on TikTok, and I am not on Facebook. I do not like them two social medias. I am strictly at this moment a YouTuber. I'm a tuber. Yeah, I do not like TikTok. I mean, okay, I have an account. I'll be reading on TikTok pretty soon. I have an account. I don't really, it's not to do readings on. I have another account that I used to do readings on, but it got hacked. So I'm just waiting to see if I can catch the person who hacked the account, because they're going to be in some deep trouble. I know who it is, but I got to prove it, you know. But I made another TikTok account, and I haven't did any readings on it. Simply because I am trying to catch the person who hacked my other account. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, if you see me on, if you see me on TikTok, report the channel, because I'm not on it. If you see me on Facebook, report the channel. I am not on it. I do have an Instagram account, but right now it is currently down. I'm not on Instagram either. Somebody is going on there as Freya's Crone on Instagram. Report it, because none of those are me. The only platform I have at the moment is YouTube. That's it. So, Alex, if you're on TikTok and you see trying to mimic me, use my voice, or say that they are me, please report that channel. I would appreciate it, honey. Very much appreciate it, because I'm trying to catch them. I know who it is, trying to catch them to get the proof, because they're going to go down. I'm going to report them. I know, well, that's what you get when you got haters. When you got haters and they want to be greedy and are trying to steal what's yours, that's what you got to deal with it. There's nothing I can do about their decisions. The only thing I can control is my decisions, okay? So, yeah. That I'm telling you, Alex, that is so true. That is so true. Some people have nothing better than to steal your content and try to be you. And in the meantime, while they're stealing your content and trying to be you, they're calling you fake and devil worshippers, and, you know, just like the dude that jumped up on a live stream that I timed out, you know. Yeah, well, if I'm full of shit, then why are you watching my channel? Why are you here, right? If you don't believe in what I'm doing, then why are you here? You know? Why are you watching people who read tarot? Will Michael call me for a job? Thank you. Yeah, that's right, Alex. You are so right, honey. You are so right. Go get a Happy Meal at McDonald's with an ice cream. Yeah. Will, is it Michelle or Michael? Call me for a job. Sophia. Will Sophia get called for a job? Will Sophia get called for a job? Yes or no, Spirit? Will Sophia get called for a job? Will Sophia get called for a job, please? Yes or no? Will Sophia get called for a job? Will Sophia get called for a job? Um, I'm going to say no, because the divine has something better set up for you. Okay? So if you're an application in with whoever you mentioned here, is it Michelle or Michael? I feel like the answer is no, they're not going to call you. And that's because the divine got something better lined up for you. All right? Maybe within the next few weeks or within the next few months. Okay? And you will gain some sort of information about this. And then I feel like a year from now, there's success. Okay? So within the next few weeks or the next few months, there is something better lining up for you. Okay? You will have success by next year, this time in February of 2027. Okay? There is definitely something coming your way. Some sort of information coming your way. All right, that's what I feel for you, Sophia. You're very welcome, honey. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, and you can leave a little donation. My Venmo account is in the description box below. That's the only account that I put up here today. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Even if it's $1, it does not matter. Every little bit helps. Is there anybody else that has a question? Do you have a question, viewer? Well, I have one thing to say. If you're a hater that's viewing, thank you for viewing my channel, because you're just another stepping stone to my growth. But if you are not a hater and you have a question, go right ahead and ask it. I am doing free questions at the moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you have a question? Is there something you need answered? Hmm. Well, hater, if you are popping in and out, I cancel and rebuke any magic that you're sending my way. I cancel and rebuke it. Guys, well, it was hello. Love you, Sony. How are you? Do you have a question? That is great. I'm doing good as well. It's going. It's just another day in paradise. All right, go ahead and ask your question. want to know, it has been 6, 7 days. I've been having so many conflicts with my boyfriend. I don't know what to do. I'm at my mom's place. So much confusion in the relationship. My ex. Okay. I want to know, it has been 6, 7 days. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm getting there, honey. All right, Lavia. So let's find out, um, what should Lavia Soni do about the conflict that she is having with her boyfriend? Hi, Tartara, and hi, Uzi. I will get to your question in 1 minute. What should Lavia do about the boyfriend that they are having conflict with? What should they do? From Holland. Well, welcome. I'm from this state. What's it like over in Holland, Tartara? So what should Lavia do about the boyfriend situation? All right, so I feel like you got the player card here. Oh, okay. Sorry, Tara. Yeah, you got the player card here. This is somebody who is like there for the good time, not the long time. This is somebody who is like energetically cocky is what I feel, and that's why you're having a lot of conflicts. For some, he may be hanging on to you because he's afraid to let go of some wounds. That's why there's conflicts, right? He's all feeling imprisoned in his head, and he's afraid to let go of some wounds that he is carrying. It could be something about money. It could be something about family, because the King of Pentacles in the upright is somebody who is a good father figure, somebody who's very grounded, somebody who's good with money. Yeah, I feel like he's feeling really judged, or feeling some like he's experienced some sort of karma, and that's what the conflict is about. All right, so what else does we pull you back up here, Lavia, so I can focus on you? 6 and 7 days, so many conflicts. Boyfriend, I don't know what to do at my mom's house so much. All right, yeah, I feel like this is a Taurus energy. This is a priest, a priestess, somebody who's a minister, or somebody who is a traditionalist. I feel like he needs to break some sort of traditional, habits or patterns, like looking beyond something. All right. All right. Yeah. The Six of Wands talks, it's like the Six of Wands is like an iffy energy. Sometimes it means achieving success over some sort of a battle. It could also mean that somebody is very cocky or arrogant, especially with the Nine of Wands here, or Knight of Wands rather. I feel like he is completing some sort of balancing. I'm seeing a number 11 here. So 11s talk about master numbers. So I feel like he could be mastering something, being some sort of a traditionalist when it comes to religion. Let's see, what else? What should Lavia do about the boyfriend situation? So we have Aquarius here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm seeing. The 5 and a 6 is an 11. 11, 11, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, that's what I mean. This is breaking out of that dogma of religion. We have the Star card coming through here. I feel like he's seeing something from a higher perspective with the Star card. I feel like he is seeing something, or maybe you need to see something from a higher perspective about this type of connection. 911 significant. Like, I feel like the divine is trying to catch your attention. That's why you're seeing 1111 The divine is trying to get your attention with something. We have 911 coming through here. Like, hello. Yeah. See, we have the Empress in reverse. This is somebody who's very promiscuous. He's somebody who, yeah, somebody who doesn't know how to commit. Yeah, this is definitely who is very promiscuous. There could actually be somebody on the side, and he's creating the conflict to get away from you for a reason. Is it going to get better, or what should I do? I feel with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you need to just go your own way. Yeah, that's what I feel. Because I feel like there is a spirit guide trying to catch your attention here. Yep. I feel like there's a spirit guide trying to get your attention here. And that's why you're seeing all the synchronicities. This person is very controlling, very narcissistic, and that's why you're having the conflict. You're having the conflict because he is trying to get away from this relationship. The best thing that you can do is let him go, is feel. You know, I'm also getting, there's somebody else in the mix. I feel like he's causing a conflict, trying to get away from you to go to this other person. Who? Who is this other person? And that could be why you're seeing 1111, 111, 911, because your spirit team is really like, listen, I don't know, something about teacher, like teaching or being taught a lesson. All right, so what should Lavia do? What should Lavia do? What advice do you have? Let me pull an angel card. What should Lavia do about this situation? Yeah, he's definitely, see, you have Raziel coming through here showing you something. I'm helping your spiritual sight. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So Archangel Raziel is showing you something. And I feel like because of the conflict or whatever you're having, it's conflicting you within yourself because you already know what to do, right? You already know what to do. Look at this. You cannot make this stuff up. Spiritual understanding and clairvoyance. This person is in your life to teach you a lesson. That's why I got the Hierophant card there. Yeah, you already know. You already know the answer. You already. Archangel Raziel is the one around you. He's this right here, if I can find it. I already shuffled the deck. He's in that Taurus energy, the Hierophant that come through. That's who's coming through. Yeah. I feel like you need to leave the situation and work on healing. I feel like Archangel Raphael said, give your cares and worries to us and allow them to take your burdens. Because you can't see clearly, right? You're not seeing something clearly because of this conflict that this person has created. Because you already know, right? You already know the answer that you seek. You already know it. So whenever you let go of this emotion, right? Whenever you let go of this emotion, you'll be able to clearly understand something. Is he cheating? Yeah, there's no need to worry about something right off the bat. And that's what Archangel Raphael is telling you. Don't worry. All right, is he cheating? Is he cheating? Wow. Communicate clearly. Landed on the table and landed on my lap. So this is clearly, this angel is trying to get your attention. They are clearly giving you the answer. Clear. So trust your intuition. They're not, Spirit is telling me, listen, you already know the answer. You already know the answer. It's coming in clearly. But your worry and anxiety is blocking the answer. You are very psychic, Lavia. You are very psychic. You already the answer. You already know. See all the stars around you? You're being divinely guided. The star card come out. You're conflicted. Yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes. Right? Yeah, that's it. It's like you already know, but you're going back and forth with it. But Archangel Raziel is communicating very, very clearly a strong answer. Yeah. If you, listen, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. You need to go into meditation. Take a salt bath. Go in a shower. Ground your energy. Because they're showing you the answer. They are showing you the answer that you see. It's very, very clear. You already know what you need to do. But you're conflicted, right? Yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes. No, he's not cheating. And I feel like blinders on. This is an emotion of, it's blinding you from what that you already know. I'm telling you. They're, look. See all the stars right there. The guidance lies within you about this relationship. Are you still here? So I feel like the reason why you 911 is because they're warning you about him through the signs and synchronicities. Mm-hmm. Yep. So ground your energy, honey, and then ask your angels, listen, I need to know what direction I need to go in. And the first thing that you think of is your answer. But you really need to ground your energy. It is very, very important. Very important. Because they're not giving me the answer. The answer is already within you. You already know. I could tell you a million times yes or no, right? But that's the thing. You are so upset and so conflicted and so like emotional about the situation that it's actually blinding the answer. See, look, see the question marks or the exclamation points? See them? You need to put some boundaries up with this person. Yes. I'm telling you, that spirit is knocking on that noggin. Hello. Like it's so clear in this message. When Archangel Raziel comes out dominant like this, he's already given you the answers that you seek. This angel is around you, like around you. Hate energy. This card literally flew out of the deck. Literally. And then this card landed on my lap and bent in half. Like, yeah, it's like you're conflicted. He's draining you for a reason. It's like he's an energy vampire. He showed up as the Knight of Wands, and then he showed up as the Six of Wands. Wands energy, that's draining. That's that energy, a player energy. Somebody is here for the good time, the long time, and then they pick fights to make to cause a separation. They pick a fight to cause a separation so that they can go somewhere else. Been there, did that. Yeah, he's not wanting to let you go because he wants the cake and eat it too. That's why you're seeing 911. It's time to complete that pattern. Yeah, people are only going to do to you what you let them. If he's been doing this back and forth for 2 years, maybe you need to think the connection. Nine 1111, 111. You're so in your head about it. It's like he's playing games with you. That's what the 911 is. Hello. When you call 911, yeah, right? Hi, Minnie. Yeah. And then he comes in, and then, ooh, I love you, love ya. Let's work things out. Da 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 da. Then when he gets tired of playing with you, he puts you up on that shelf and goes a different direction. And he does the same thing to that person. When he's tired of playing with them, like a toy, like a new toy, then he comes back to you because you're that new toy. And then when he gets done playing with you, he does it. He keeps continuously doing it. And because you guys let him do it, it's like he's a master manipulator. And then he comes back, he picks a fight. It's like this narcissistic energy of an abuser, right? You're crazy. I'm not doing that. I don't know why you're saying this. I don't know why you're doing that. Just to pick the fight. And he successfully keeps winning at being this narcissist. Creating worry, creating burdens. I can't say that there's somebody else, but I can tell you that this is repetitive patterns that he has did with other people. Let me see if there is somebody. Is there somebody else, Spirit? Hello. There's your answer. Is there somebody else? And look. Okay, and he's going to continue doing it as long as you let him do it. You're not dumb, you're manipulated. You're manipulated because you got a soft heart. People with soft hearts. Yes. People, I'm doing 3-1 questions, Minnie. You got a soft heart. And when we got soft hearts, people have a tendency to walk on them and abuse them. Like manipulate your soft heart. And that's exactly what doing it. Yeah, you really, I would go with your parents and go get your stuff back. Yes, I would. And then I would say, yeah, this is it. Don't ever do me again. I don't want you around me. I would just block him because he's not only doing it with you, he's doing it with everybody that he is messing with. This is a pattern that he keeps repeating successfully. He's just going to move on to the next victim. He's like a go-between. He comes in, does what he needs to do, goes to somebody else. They put you on a shelf because he knows that you'll be there when he comes back. You'll be waiting for him. And then he moves on to the next person and does the same thing to them. And then he'll move, yeah. I would say, yeah, he has. He's been doing it because he keeps repeating the same pattern successfully over and over and over again. And that's why you're seeing 911. And that's what you need to understand. I feel like I had the 2 cups in reverse and I had the Hierophant. There is something about that, like an ex-wife or something along them lines. Because the Hierophant often can represent marriage. Yeah, you've been living with him for a year, but how many times have you guys fought and went into separation? Like he disappeared for a couple of days because he went somewhere else. No, he hasn't been married. All right, well, that's why he hasn't been married. Because he keeps repeating that same pattern. Yeah, see, 2 days max. Exactly. This is a repetitive pattern that he keeps successfully repeating. Yep, 1111. A warning. Hello. So I hope that answered your question, but it's up to you whether or not you want to keep repeating this pattern, whether or not you want to keep letting him do this to you, because all he's going to do is keep doing it. I'm telling you. I feel like he goes to bars. I don't know why, but I think he goes to bars. He's like what I call a smooth operator. A smooth don't let him say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fight with you, because it's going to keep repeating. Yeah, I feel like he goes to bars. He's a smooth operator. Hey, baby, what are you doing? Like he's a, yeah, I'm telling you, there's something smooth about him. And he operates out of that charm. Yeah, me and my girl are fighting. Can I buy you a drink? I need somebody to talk to. You know, that kind of situation. That's how he lures people in, is by that smooth charming. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you're catching him. You're seeing it for what it is. He keeps doing it. When he disappears for a couple of days, that's what he's doing. Smooth operator. He says it while you're sitting there. But when you're not sitting there, it's a different story. I would, because you got the answer. He asked if he was cheating, and this card flew out of the deck. Right? It's up to you what you want to do, but I'm just telling you, yeah, I'm just telling you that this is what the angels are telling you, and I am directly channeling straight. Archangel Raziel is using me as the voice, because my ears, I feel like I'm up in peanut heaven. He's going to deny it. He's going to say you're crazy. I'm telling you, you confront him about being a cheater, he's going to lie and say, I'm not doing that, you're crazy. That's called master manipulation. I'm just telling you what I feel. And I'm like, Archangel Raziel is really coming through very strong here. Let's find out about that person. I don't feel like it's another person directly. Like, I don't feel like, I don't want to say this. I don't feel like it's just like he leaves you and goes to another person. I feel like he leaves you, goes out the bar. He causes the issue. Then he goes out to the bar. He causes the issue so that he can go out alone. And then I don't feel like that there's a particular person. I just feel like there's, like, there may be, I'm telling you, when you say he leaves for a couple of days, I'm telling you what he does when he goes, he leaves these couple of days. He may not leave the house while he's with you, but when you guys fight, and that's because he picks a fight to leave you. And when he goes out as a single individual. It's the rap to other women. I don't think there's just one woman. I think there's different people that he lays the rap to. Is he having sex with them? I cannot tell you that. Okay? But I am telling you that he is a charmer, and he uses his charm. Knight of Wands, he uses his charm. Why? Because that's the pattern that he repeats, and that's where he finds success. He's happy with being that charmer. But he goes out and plays the single role. That's why he picks fights with you. Right? He keeps repeating that same cycle. What brings towers between you two? What brings chaos between you two? Right? Somebody who does not want to be committed. Right? Somebody who manipulates your emotions. Well, Archangel Raziel is saying, break that illusion, because you are worth more than an option here. Right? There's that charming energy. A smooth talker. He doesn't want to settle down. He doesn't want to have a family. This is a family pattern that he repeats. And then we got the Hierophant. Yeah, there he is, out talking to other people. Stabbing them in the back as well. And then he comes back to you. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to do it. Right? And because he doesn't want to be judged. He lacks emotion. He lacks empathy. This is a poisonous cup. Just to keep you stuck in this relationship. Right? And lies through his teeth. Comes back to you. I love you, baby. While offering you that poisonous cup again. Right? This is a pattern that he repeats over and over and over again. This is a learned behavior that has been passed down through his family. 7 deadly sin, baby. Yep. He's learned it since he was a child. How to cause conflicts. And then take and go his own way. I'm just telling you. He's a charmer. He's a charmer, and he attracts people to him who have unhealed wounds. So that's what he does. He plays on your emotions, right? Plays on your emotions. You're attractive, baby. You're the only person that I love, right? Meet anybody soon. Love you, meet anybody soon. I feel like you need to trust the process. I feel like you need to trust your intuition. See this angel right behind you? That's Archangel Raziel. He is right behind you. You need to work on some trust issues because he broke you. Pictures... It's all a form of manipulation, my dear. You can believe what you want, right? But you really need to choose a different direction. See, look, you're feeling isolated, outcasted, right? So you really need to choose a different direction here. You need to work on trusting your inner guidance. You need to let go. The answer is yes. And reconsider a different kind of an outcome, because no, it is unlikely that this person is ever going to stop. Right? It's unlikely that he is ever going to stop. There is something better coming for you. Big happy changes within the next few months, maybe the next weeks, right? But you need to find peace. You need to resolve this problem and find peace. That's why Archangel Raphael is telling you coming in. Don't worry. Remove that emotion. Open up your heart, right? To something else. Because he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. There is an opportunity, right? Look, do not worry. There is an opportunity of a healthy relationship that could come your way. But this person is blocking you. If you believe in angels, honey, listen to me. Because I'm channeling them right now. Right? Yes. Right? It's up to you. Don't worry. There is somebody new coming, but you need to make room for them. And the only way to make room for something new is to let go of the old. Because he's not going to let you go until you put up that boundary and let him go. You need to put your foot down. Enough's enough, my dear. It's enough is enough. He's going to keep doing it as long as you let him do it. You are worth more than being a sometime person. And then he manipulates this huge battle to go his own way. You are worth more, my dear. I don't know you. I'm telling you, babe, you are worth more than what this dude has to offer. My love, you are so worth more. You know this. You feel this. The divine is showing you, you have a divine connection with your spirit. That's why they're showing you 1111, 111, 911. Hello, emergency. Of course he wants to marry you. Because you let him get away with it. Okay? I hope I answered your question, babe. I do. All right, let's see. Let's see who else has a question. All right. Oh, I love you too, baby. Hi, I am Ritu. What is the most important step that I can take right now to feel more secure and confident in my life? You're very welcome, babe. Welcome to where birds of a feather flock together. All right. I am Ritu. What is the most important step that I can take right now to feel more secure and confident in my life? For, I think, who is that? Minnie Ritu. What is the most important step Ritu can take right now to feel more secure in their life? Well, have a healthier lifestyle. Eat healthier, so you're having some body images, exercise, get some rest, something with your health. So I feel like you have an unhealthy heart is one thing. And I'm not talking about medically. I'm talking about an unhealthy heart as in you got a wall from past issues. And that is very unhealthy. So you need to have a healthier emotional diet, a healthier mental diet, as well as a healthy physical diet. Because I feel like on a physical level, you have self-esteem issues about how you look, how you appear. So the next step that you can take to helping you feel more secure, Minnie Ritu, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, is to have a healthier self-esteem, a healthier lifestyle, exercise, eat a better diet, take care of yourself, because taking care of yourself on a physical level, on an emotional level, and on a mental level will help you to feel secure about yourself. Archangel Raphael is a divine healer. So maybe you need to start ask Archangel ask Archangel Raphael to come in and lay his divine healing hands upon you. Ask him to put it on your head. Put his hands on your head. Put his hands on your hearts. Put his hands on your feet, the bottoms of your feet, because the feet is your Earth Star chakra. The Earth Star chakra helps to ground you, keep you grounded. It helps you to feel more secure. So Archangel Raphael is coming through really strong for you. Yes, you may be in an exam week, but you still need to have sleep. Sleep will help you to recharge your mind, your body, and your soul. It also helps you to recharge your body. So even though you have to take these exams, you need to still have sleep so that you can mentally focus to pass your tests. You need to exercise, having a healthy mental, emotional, and physical body. This will also help to charge your soul. Okay, so that is what you need to know. Okay, that is how you can feel more secure and confident in your life. How do you feel how can you overcome feeling confident around people? Well, to exercise, do some yoga, do some Pilates, do some physical exercise to help you feel more secure about how you look, how you appear to people. It's kind of like that same message. All right. I hope that that answered your question. Is there anybody else that has questions? I know I seen another one in here somewhere, but I can't reach it. Lavia, if you're still here, the reason why you feel drained is because that guy or that person is an energy drainer. That's why you feel drained. It's like, you're welcome, Minnie. That's why you feel drained. It's because he's an energy drainer, energy vampire, something along them lines. All right, I did see that in there. All right, so like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And donations are always welcome to help out this channel. All right, I do see I have a few people in here. If you have already asked a question and I didn't get to it, please repeat the question. It depends. Sometimes I do them in the mornings. I do dailies in the mornings. I don't always do questions and answers. I try to do them once a week, but it just depends. I float. Sometimes it's early in the morning when I get up. Sometimes in the middle of the afternoon. I usually just listen to my intuition. But I usually do questions, live questions, at least once a week. And you'll know because I will put it in a description box when I do questions. If I do the daily live streams, I usually don't allow chat. So you'll know because it'll say daily and then the chat will be turned off. But when I'm doing questions, like today, I did daily and then the questions, I'll just put it in. So it just varies. To answer your question. Anybody else have any questions? I have a few people watching. Am I getting bored? Not really. I'll be sitting here by myself anyways. Yeah, we could chit chat if you want. I'm fine with that. I was chit chatting with Alex earlier. He was saying about going over to TikTok and doing live streams. Yeah, we could chat. What do you want to chit chat about? Where are you from? Where are you from, Lavia? Life is good. I can't complain. You know, I mean, well, thank you. Um, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You could start your own channel. Where are you from, Lavia? I'm from the States. If Oh, India. Okay. Yeah, I'm from the States. Um, oh yeah, thank you. This right here, this was a gift from one of my subscribers on my channel. She got it for my birthday for me for a couple of years. This is, I named my crow up there. That's Freya. And then these two moons was gifted to me. And then of course I have my feathers for when I do cleansing. Rahu, I am reading. But thank you, Minnie. Thank you, thank you. And then I have a little light so that it gives it a little sparkle, you know. Gotta have a little bit of something. But I like fairies. I'm big time into fairies. And of course the dream catcher. My biological mother got me the dream catcher. This right here. She got me the dream catcher. Can you check what's coming in my career? Maybe a new job. Okay, we can do that. The moon represents the subconscious, your intuition. You know, I have premonition dreams, things in my dreams. It represents the heck? And something floating above my light over here. All right. It represents your intuition. It represents your dreams. It represents your subconscious. All of that. That's what the moon represents. Rahu, can you check what's coming in my career? Maybe a new job happening with Rahu. Let's ask the archangels, what is coming for Rahu's job and career? Please and thank you. What is coming for Rahu career-wise or job-wise? Please and thank you. Having a hot flash. Woo, daddy. Alrighty. Rahu, I think you need to listen to your intuition about something when it comes to your career, because I feel like there's something being divinely guided when it comes to your career, because Archangel Raguel is telling you notice your physical and emotional feelings as they signify you're being divinely guided. And then you have Archangel Zachiel telling you to soften your heart with some sort of a situation when it comes to your job and all the people involved with a job. Something about the moon cycles coming through here, talking about maybe completing some sort of a cycle that is reoccurring on an emotional or a physical level. And then take that cycle that's being completed and allow yourself to enter a new cycle. Let's pull some more cards. All right, what is coming for Rahu when it comes to his job or career? What is coming? Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this talks about being confident, right? It talks about being confident with where you're being headed. And the Nine also talks about completing that cycle. when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, when it comes to what you want for work. Um, I did feel there's something new coming with the Ace of Wands. There's some sort of an idea, right? Because you're being divinely guided here. There's some sort of an idea that is coming. Some sort of inspiration when it comes to your job. But I feel like you lack some sort of confidence when it comes to this inspired idea, this guidance that you're being guided to. Archangel Raguel rules the angel of balance, right? So you need to balance something out when it comes to a particular cycle that needs to end when it comes to your career. Because again, you're being divinely guided here. You have this idea already in your heart space. You already know that one thing is ending, but you don't feel confident enough in some sort of an idea that's already within you. So you really need to listen to your heart to receive this guidance. You need to soften up a little bit, let down your guard. When it comes to completing one path and opening yourself up to another. This Ace of Wands talks about action, the action that needs to be taken. The action needs to be taken is you need to tap into your confidence. It also talks about the energy that you put out there. So you really, like, this idea is already out there. It already is in your heart. But you need to balance out your heart in your head, or your heart in your, when it comes to having confidence. All right, let's pull another card here. When it comes to news career. Yeah. This talks about success. This talks about happiness. This talks about what gives you joy, right? What makes Rahu happy? This talks about illumination. So what is being illuminated is this lack of confidence, lack of trust, right? Lack of trust when it comes to what you want when it comes to your career. Okay. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Oh yeah, there's some sort of communication. It means I know what to do, but I need to take action. Or is it talk about the plans I have in mind or options in jobs? I know what I need to do, but I need to take action. Yeah, you already know that. You already know the answer to seek. Because it's the signs keep reoccurring in your life, right? You already know on an intuitive level where you are being guided to. But you need to open up your heart, right? Some sort of communication. Okay, so I would say the answer to that question is yes. And I feel like you really need to soften up with some sort job area in which you are at. Because I feel like it's just like you just don't have the confidence to put your foot down. Okay? Yeah. You need to walk away from them. You need to walk away from having this lack of self-confidence. You have 2 8s here. 2 8s. I feel like you need to step into unknown territory, but there is an energy of success, happiness. Yes, you need to do what makes Rahu happy and stop caring about what other people thinks. Okay, and you really need to just soften your heart with something. Something is completing, a cycle completing, and this is being illuminated. You need to trust. You already know what you need to do. And you're asking me because you don't feel confident in your own intuition. You don't feel confident in what you already know, right? There is a cycle that is completed when it comes to a particular job or career that you are in right now, right? You need to trust what you know because you already know where you're being guided. You're like extra sensitive here. You're very soft-hearted. You don't feel confident enough to take some sort of a step. You don't feel confident enough to stand your ground. Maybe even you don't feel confident enough to put in that 2 weeks notice. You don't feel confident enough to walk away from a situation. Okay, so you already know the answer. You already know it. You don't feel confident enough what you feel and to capitalize upon this emotion. Trust your knowledge and act upon it without delay. You already know. But you don't have the confidence to act on completing it. But there will be success if you make that move. This talks about success. This talks about happiness. This talks about joy. You can't make this stuff up when the sun comes shining through. This chapter is completed. Okay? That is what I feel for you. Alrighty. Is anybody else that has some questions? Are you still here? Lavia? Minnie, are you still here? Yeah, you already know. You already know the answer you're seeking, but you're conflicted here. Oh, well, thank you. You're welcome. See, you can be firm and compassionate at the same time. You know, be firm but with kindness, if that makes sense. Oh, I love you too. I'm grateful for when you guys join this live stream. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you guys. I am a Cancer. Cancer, Sun, and Moon. Yes, Cancer is ruled by the moon. Or the moon is ruled by Cancer. Yeah. Akita, did you have a question, honey? Are you still here? Hi, Akita, if you are. Do you have a question? Sometimes these messages fly so fast that I miss them. So my bad. I apologize if I missed anybody. But I'm giving you a shout out now because I'm going back through. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, welcome to the live stream then. For watching. You're welcome. Just wanted to give you a quick shout out and hi. Because I seen you said hi earlier and I didn't mean to miss ya. I just, like I said, they fly by so fast. And on this device, they don't stick. On my computer, the messages will stay there. I don't have to keep pushing a button to scroll back through, so to speak. But this is my iPad, and the messages will pop up. And if I'm looking down, I don't see them. So that's why I miss a lot of people. But yeah, so I just want to let you know that I seen you say hi, honey. So hi, welcome to Freya's Crown, where birds of a feather flock together. All right, I do see I have some viewers. Is there anybody that has any questions that hasn't asked one? All right, guys, if nobody is here and has any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream because my belly is starting. It's like screaming, feed me. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining the live stream. As always, I have a blast with you guys. I love reading these cards for you. And, I know what it feels like to have this burning question inside and nobody to answer it. However, through my process, I have learned to trust my intuition. I just trust what's meant to be known will be known. But I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who participated in this live stream. I try to do this on a weekly basis, answer people's questions. If I can get some people to come in, I will do it more often. Um, your donations are appreciated. If you have a couple bucks you want to donate to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. But I'm just here mostly to help you guys out with the kindness of my heart because I just love what I do. I love reading my cards. I love interacting with you guys. And I love the positive feedback. It is greatly appreciated. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. Make sure to go watch the monthly readings, the moon readings. I did another series of readings before the new month started using dice. It's what you need to know. Go watch them. They all turned out very, very interesting. I'm like blown away at how all of the readings have matched up with one another. A lot of chin dropping messages. And make sure you hit the thumbs up and leave comments on them as well. Any advice for people who are trying to figure things out right now? Thank you, Natasha. My advice for people who are trying to figure things out right now is to ask your divine spirit team. Ask them to show you some signs and synchronicities on maybe something that you're trying to figure out, or maybe what your next step is. Ask them to make you aware of what is hidden. Ask them, what do I need to know? Right? And do it on a daily basis. Like, sit down every morning. I got another thing that's coming through too. The other thing I want you to do is start journaling. Because when we dream, our body is in resting mode, but our mind and our soul never rest. So when you're in dream mode, your soul often goes and meets up with your spirit team. So one thing I want you to do is when you get up in the mornings, before your feet hits that floor, because as soon as your feet hits that floor, your mind becomes active. And what sometimes the mind, when it becomes active, has a tendency to interfere with the messages that you get at night. So the first thing that I recommend is having that journal ready before you even get up to go pee, make yourself a cup of coffee, breakfast, start taking care of the family. Write down your thoughts, your emotions, and your dreams. Keep that journal because that'll also help offer guidance. The second thing that I recommend is, what if you don't get time for journaling? Well, you need to start making time because you need to make for yourself. Yes, the outside world is a hustle, a bustle. School, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You got a job you need to go to, you need schooling, you're in class, you need to focus on that. But the most important thing you need to do is take care of you because none of that is going to matter if you don't take care of you. Okay. So the second thing that I recommend is, if you're in that hustle and bustle and you're very conflicted, take that 2 minutes. It only takes 2 minutes to stop, breathe. Breathe in through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. I'm sorry. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it for a second. And then exhale. Because that'll help to keep you in alignment. It'll also help you to keep you grounded. Then the next thing that you need to do is when you do that breathing exercise, okay, Spirit, what do I need to know today? What is the best course of action that I need to know today? What is the best course of action that I need to do today? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? Right? How can I align myself for my greatest and highest good? How can I be those are some questions you need to ask. And then take another big deep breath in through your nose and then exhale it slowly and release the blockages so that you can receive the messages from your spirit team. And trust the process. You need to trust that. That is very, very important. Because if you are of the light and you are here for a reason, that means you're being divinely guided. That means, and everybody, I don't care. I mean, not everybody. There's a lot of soulless beings out there in this time frame. But I'm talking to the people who walk of the light. The people who are here for good. The people are who here, they have souls, right? That you know consciously between right and wrong. I'm telling you to trust the divine spirit team, because if you were here born of the light and you were here with a good heart, you have a spirit guide who you are, before you were incarnated, you have this God that walks with you. They cannot interfere in your life. They are not allowed to interfere, but they are allowed to send you nudges when it comes to your choices. They offer guidance every day. They are here with you every single day. They have been since the day you were born. Okay? Trust them little nudges. Trust that divine spirit team, because they're there for you to guide you. We all have a special spirit guide that we are born with, that walks with us until the day we die. And then along that journey, there is different guides that enter in. There are guides. They are, love guides. There are guides that are here for different reasons. Some stay with you the whole time. Some stay until they need to do what they're there to do, and then you get new people in. So you need to just trust your journey. But it's very important in this time frame to connect with your spirit team. And one of the ways to connect with them is to do that breathing work, because that helps to connect you. It helps you to stay connected. Because we all have our spirit team. Okay. So that's some advice that I advise you to do. Make sure that you breathe. Make sure that you stay healthy. Make sure that you drink a lot of water. Okay. You're welcome, Minnie. Make sure that you drink a lot of water. Pay attention if you're in a scenario and then when you leave that scenario, you feel drained. Pay attention to that, because if you feel drained, that means that there is somebody around you who is draining you. Pay attention to your triggers as well, because triggers happen for a reason. If you're in a scenario and you keep getting triggered, there's a reason for that. You just really are in a time frame where you really need to pay attention. We're in a time frame where there's a lot of division. We're in a time frame where everybody takes everything personally. Pay attention to that. Talk about my belly now. My belly is like, you're taking me personally. You're not taking me personally right now. Do you hear the sign? Your belly is growling. Learn to laugh things off, right? Have a good sense of humor. Because when you have a good sense of humor, it helps you to not take everything and everybody personally. When you learn to laugh, it's a sort of a purging. And I do mean purging. And this is an example. I have my best friend, whom we are not in contact with right now because he has a girlfriend. And she's very jealous. And I'm okay with that. I understand. Been there, did that. We would sit and just like the silliest things. And it would like trigger this laughter that would come not just throat, it came from the belly. And when you get them kind of belly laughs happening, that's a form of a purge. Purges don't always have tears. They could come as laughter. Okay? And when you laugh at somebody's stupidity, if they get triggered by it, that's because they're wounded. If the person who is being stupid can laugh with you, that's a sign that they have a good sense of humor and that they also don't take things personally. I do keep grudge to people who hurt me. I know it's a bad habit, but I can't overcome it. Well, grudges and resentment are harboring them they're bad for your health. And if I'm not mistaken, you got the health card, Minnie. That is bad for your health. Holding on to that is like the grudges and resentment. They block you from opening up your hearts. And I know resentment, harboring resentment, grudges is like the worst emotion to hang on to. Because you hold grudges because you're of resentment. Yeah, how can you forgive them? One of the ways to forgive people who've hurt you is to start by forgiving yourself for allowing it to happen. Forgiveness is the door to letting go. Now you're like, well, how can I forgive somebody who did this, this, and this, and this to me? Forgiveness starts with self. First of all, forgive yourself for allowing it to happen. Forgiving the other person is allowing them to get away with it. Because listen, the divine sees everything. If you want to call it God, that's fine. Jesus sees it. God sees everything. The divine sees everything. So one of the ways to let go of the grudges and the resentment is saying, okay, listen, divine, I understand that, everybody gets what they give, right? So one of the things that I do when I pray, and I've started doing it recently because I myself have been backstabbed by somebody who I truly admired and tried and loved in my heart space, in a platonic way, of course. Um, when they betrayed me, I was upset when I became aware of that, and I resented them, and I was angry, and it actually was blocking me from doing what I am meant to do right now, what I am doing for you guys right now. And I decided, listen, let them be a hater. Let them be who they want to be. Because I can't change or control how these people feel or what they did. I can't change it. I can't control it. So instead, I'm like, all right, universe, spirits, angels, whoever's around me, I hand that over to them. I hand all of that resentment, anger, I hand it over to you guys, and I place it on your bus, because right now the divine is driving that bus. If you try to get even, all it does is bring that back to you. So the best thing that I can offer you to help let go of that grudge is, first, forgive yourself for allowing it to happen. And then tell divine, listen, I hand what they gave to me, I hand back over to you to give them what they deserve. Because karma does not miss an address. Right? It doesn't matter. It does not miss an address. So, and right now, the divine is driving that karmic bus. Saturn went retrograde into Pisces, and is about, I don't know if he went into Aries yet, but Aries and Saturn are both about to, wait a minute, Neptune and Saturn are both going to be in Aries. Aries is the house of attitude, awareness, right? So if Big Daddy Saturn goes into Aries, you know damn Skippy, Big Saturn is going to deliver the karma, justice. So that's what I recommend. First, forgive yourself, and then, okay, divine, I hand over that grudge, I hand over that resentment to you. I put it on that bus, because I know you're driving that bus. You're going to serve the people who did wrong their karma. Okay? That's what I recommend. Yeah, I do karma. Yeah, see, that's the thing about being a Taurus. You are the most stubborn individuals. And you are the ones who do carry, you harbor that resentment because you're too stubborn to let it go. My son's a Taurus. So, yeah, yeah, exactly. So, one of the steps is forgive yourself. The second step is to let it go. Forgive them isn't allowing them to get away with it, because, like I said, the divine sees everything. God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, they see everything. See it. So, and holding on to that only blocks your movement forward. It only blocks your heart space. It blocks your root chakra. Because if it comes your way, you don't trust it. Okay? So, those are some things that I recommend. Definitely ask the divine. If you're not sure how to do it, ask them to assist with it. Angel Raphael. Right, exactly. I don't have no trustworthy friends either. I have no trustworthy friends. I have really no friends. And I isolate myself from if I get one sign that I think you're backstabbing me, you're gone. You're out the door. I just won't tolerate it. So I isolate myself from everybody. I live by myself. I have my 2 kitties, which are actually quiet right now. Me and my 2 cats. I have no boyfriend. I have no friends. None. I am single and I am friendless. And I like it that way, because I look at it this way. I would have no friends at all that have a circle of friends around me who are fake. Been there, did that. Got the t-shirt and the broken heart to prove it. Thank you, hater, because I took that stone and I walked on it. It just got me one step closer to my goal. And that's kind of how you need to look at it, Minnie. It's okay to be kind and compassionate, but it's the hardest thing to do when people hurt you, when they really hurt. I'm right there with you. I totally understand. Totally. It took me took me about 9 months to let go of that anger, resentment from the betrayal from somebody who I considered a friend. And that hurt really bad. She hurt me really bad. Was casting black magic on me the whole time. Throwing rocks, hiding hands. Pretending to be my friend, and behind my back was casting black magic on me. And it was like, why? I was nothing but kind to her. Sent her healing. Made her feel welcome. Opened her heart to her. And the whole time, behind my back, she was sticking daggers in it. So I know exactly how I empathize with you. So, yeah, so you need to hand over that resentment to the divine and allow the divine to serve their karma, because what they do to you, if you did nothing wrong to them and they broke you or did something to you to break that trust, hand it all over to the divine, because the divine is driving the karma bus. You don't need that karma coming back to you. 411, that's information. I know what it feels like to get treated good and to get hurt by the people who you care about the most, right? I call it the look, I have an orb floating around. I call it the stages of grief. It's like losing somebody without them dying, so to speak. It's like going through them stages of grief. The first thing that I do is cry. That's my purge. Then the next emotion that comes up is anger for allowing it to happen. And then the third step is talking to somebody about it, because that's a way of releasing it. Then the fourth stage is you're letting it go and you're putting it back over to the universe. So it's like the stages of grief when you lose somebody, if that makes sense. Thank you, Minnie. I appreciate that compliment. I know what it's like. Like I said, I have a Taurus sun, and Tauruses are so stubborn and bullheaded, and they're good signs. They're good people, and that's the thing. When you trust and you love, you trust hard. And then when somebody breaks that trust, it's hard to forgive them. So what if I don't have someone that I can talk like that? Should I find somebody? Yeah, you should. There's lots of counselors. You could go to a counselor. I mean, I have two counselors. I have an in-home counselor, plus I have another counselor. You could talk to me. I always have good ears. You can, I think it's Google Meet. You can DM me. I'm always here for everybody, because I've experienced, I'm in my mid 50 years, I have experienced a lot, and I'm starting from the time I was born. My biological mother tried to kill me from the day I was born, and I've experienced trauma the whole way through my life, and up until last year. And I've hit betrayal. So Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I totally get it. So the first thing I recommend is, if you go to church, you can go to your minister, your priest, something along that lines. Somebody to counsel you if you trust them, because not all priests and ministers are good people. Okay. Another thing you can do is talk to your angels, talk to your spirit guides. Um, when you go to sleep at night, or whenever you do sleep, before you go to sleep, set that intention for you to meet up with your spirit team in your dream state, because it's easier for your soul to travel to them, and ask them for healing. All right. You can always get a counselor, go to counseling. I The crisis center, if you have a crisis place in where you live at, if you try parents, somebody who is a good listener, somebody who's a good support system. If you don't have any friends, I totally understand it. There's just ways, but if you don't have nobody here in the human existence that you can trust, always trust your spirit team. Set the intention before you go to sleep to meet up with somebody in your spirit team to help you out, somebody you can sit down and have a talk with. As a matter of fact, I've been feeling guided to do. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you, Minnie. I am not a Christian, but I 100%, 1,000% believe in Jesus. Okay? All right, so I have a question popping up here. Will Danny marry me for Princess Rashi? Yeah, I don't believe in organized religion, period, right? But I do believe in Jesus. I know Jesus walked the earth. I know what it feels like to be in his shoes. I know what it feels like to be persecuted because you're different. You're unique. I myself am a natural healer. I knew this, but I had to take Reiki classes so I could be that channeler, to be able to channel from the divine instead of from myself. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, which I have been thinking about doing a guided meditation hypnotherapy session to help people connect with their spirit guides. I've been thinking about that for a minute, but I have to sit down and write it out and all that crap. But it's not crap, but it's steps, um, which I should do the video and set it up for free, which I have been thinking about, but I do have a series of videos that I have for sale as well, but nothing along the line for the spirit guide. So that could be something to look forward to. That's something that I will do over the next couple of weeks. You may see something pop up. You could watch that video. Where I take you to meet your spirit guide. You could do it as a sleep meditation. Alright, so Princess Rashi 3776. Will Danu marry Princess Rashi? Will Danu marry Princess Rashi? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. Well, Princess Rashi, when you marry you, the answer is yes. He is going to come in, get down on one knee, and clearly communicate to you that he wants you to be his happily wedded or her happily wedded spouse. So the answer is yes, Princess Rashi, sorry. The answer is yes to that question. You're very welcome. I feel like it's coming quickly too, because this card popped out first. Communicate clearly. Yes, big happy changes are coming. Spirit is telling you to look for this sign. It's up to you, but he's saying you're ready. Listen to your intuition within the next few months. And I was kind of like thinking a little bit sooner than that, but within the next few months, this is going to happen. So we are in February. By May, the offer is coming. You're welcome, Princess. Thank you for coming here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and a thumbs up. Yeah, I was surprised when I come out myself. Yeah, they're clearly going to come in and get down on one knee. I see roses. I see a ring, maybe a bottle of champagne, or apple juice or something along them lines. I'm seeing it like it's so beautiful. It's going to be so romantic. I feel like it's going to be like a romantic dinner. And then, I don't know, I'm seeing underneath the stars. Like, I got chills. Like, something underneath the stars kind of situation. That's why I feel like it's coming in the next 3 months, springtime. This person coming in, doing a romantic dinner, roses, and then he's going to open up this little ring box, get down on his knee, and it's going to be so beautiful and so romantic. Like, I feel like it's going to catch you off guard. Like, I feel like you're going to be like, okay, I'm waiting for it, and then you're going to be like, okay, I'm done waiting. So it's coming in this time frame, and then boom, there it is. Okay, so that's what I feel for you. Minnie, the best time to meditate is, I would say, in the morning or whenever you first wake up. Is something along them lines, but I feel like the time to do it is the best time to do it is to make time to do it, is what I say, Minnie. You got to make time to do it. Start out in minutes, and then each day do it like another minute longer, because you got to practice it. So the best time to do it is make time to do it. That's my answer. Make time to do it. Akita, can I ask, will I be moving soon? Akita. Sigma, 1997. You from, is that Missouri? No, I'm not from Missouri. Or Mississippi? No, I'm not Mississippi. I'm not from down south at all. All right. Akita, will I be moving soon? Will I be moving soon? Please and thank you. Will Akita be moving soon? Will Akita be moving soon? Will Akita be moving soon? Well, okay. Good, like you from India. Are you saying you like me from India? I thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so Akita, I feel like you have Archangel Michael coming through telling you maybe you may need to reconsider something in your life when it comes to moving. You really need to connect with your angels. Okay? Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and thank you for being new here. Welcome to our feathered family. So, Akita, you really need to ask your angels. See how he's kneeling down in front of his angels, and then there's an angel in front of you. And then we have the romance card. So I feel, yeah, love is in the air for you. I know this is asking about moving, but I feel like love is in the air for you. So I feel like, will you be moving soon? I feel maybe not as soon as what you would like. Because I feel like if you don't already have love around you, I feel like it's coming. And the answer is yes. You will be moving soon. Okay? I feel you may be moving in with somebody. Akita, if you're still here, honey, the answer is yes, you will be moving soon. But I feel like somebody is going to come towards you and want you to reconsider a relationship, right? And I feel like you need to communicate with your angels. You need to ask your angels if this is your right person, if this is somebody that you are meant to move forward with. Because we have reconsider in romance, right? And I feel like you're going to tell them no. I feel like you're going to be very clear and tell them no. Right? I don't know. That's what I feel. But I feel like you're going to be moving. Absolutely. You're going to be moving soon. Alrighty. The person with all caps here. Love doesn't matter, pack or tarot, which type in collective you have. All right, so you want a love message for Sigma 1997. Sigma, what's going on with love for Sigma? Sigma 1997, what's going on with love? You're welcome, Akita. What's going on with Sigma 1997 with love? Oh, well, wedding, express your love, and honeymoon. Well, how about that? It can't be any more clear than that. Soulmate. I see a marriage, because this is a true love. This is a soulmate. I feel like you've been questioning as to whether or not to take the gesture of marriage, like express yourself. Hey, do you want to get married? I feel like Spirit is telling you to go ahead because this is a soulmate. Because when the wedding, there's like a wedding and a honeymoon here. See the angel on this boat? Mm-hmm. Isn't this like Venice that has the waterway? See the angel here. There is an angel watching over you too. So, Sigma. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a soulmate. Your wife is a soulmate. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like you two are excuse me, somebody's my throat chakra again. Yeah, I feel there's a honeymoon coming. You guys are gonna go on vacation together. Your wife is definitely your soulmate. Absolutely. This is a love of a lifetime. Yeah. No money for enjoying with her. She's so angry. Well, maybe you need to sit down and have a nice little chat with her. Because you know what? Listen, I'm going to tell you something here. And I'm going to be very, very blunt. Money doesn't buy happiness, babe. Money does not buy happiness. It's either the love for money or the love for love. Okay? And if she's angry, maybe that's what you need to sit down and tell her, look, we have each other. We don't need money to be happy, right? We have each other. Money does not buy happiness. You could be two of the poorest people in the world and be so in love with each other that money just don't matter. But I paid $10,000 US dollar per joined a job and make money for exploring my small fame. Otherwise, my daughter will be killed. My daughter will kill me. Why would you pay for fame? Yeah, that could be why the honeymoon card come out. Maybe you're meant to travel. So listen, I'm telling you, this woman is, you two meant to be together, but you need to stop and have a heart-to-heart conversation. You really do. All right, let's see what else. Yeah. So there may be a separation or a pause in the relationship happening at some time. And I feel like a wake-up call has to happen. All right, so let's see. What's his name again? Sigma. Yeah, definitely union. I'm telling you, you got love all over this energy, but I feel like your wife wants to take a pause. And that's because somebody is trying to control something, right? But listen, divine timing is in the air, and I feel like she's going to be like, okay, this was worth the wait. This was worth the wait. Absolutely. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a bit of maybe feeling deceived by the relationship. Yeah, that's what I feel. There's a lesson involved, and that goes back to what I was saying about money can't buy happiness, right? Yep, that's what I feel. Yeah, absolutely. You two are so meant to be together. This is just crazy. Of all the cards in this deck, bye, Minnie. Thank you for joining our live stream, honey. Stay strong. All right. So, Sigma, yeah. I mean, love is all over the place here. This is your soulmate. But I feel like there is a lesson that you need, both of you need to complete first. Oh, she's like side-eyeing you right here. Right? I feel like the lesson that she is going to learn is that money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't make a marriage. You know what makes a marriage? You know what makes a successful marriage? Trust, happiness, being grateful for the little things. And I feel like she's going to learn that lesson. All right, the lesson that you're going to teach her. Okay, you're welcome, Sigma, and thank you for joining. Alrighty, so I do see I have some people floating in the watching thing here. Is there anybody else that would like a question before I tune out and go feed my belly? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here since nobody has any questions. I greatly appreciate every one of you guys. As always, thank you for joining our little bird's nest here, because birds of a feather flock together. Doesn't matter what color you are, doesn't matter where you're from. You could be a neon pink bird with purple dots all over you. I do not care. We're here to join together, join all whatever together. No judgment, right? So I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining, and I am grateful for all your likes. I'm grateful for all your questions. Like I said, I am trying to reach a goal here to get my channel monetized so that I can actually have a little bit of an increase in my support system, because I know money can't buy love, but it has to pay the bills, right? It has to supply the TP. So, again, thank you everybody for joining this live stream. I am eternally grateful for each and every one of you guys. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, little notification bell. Um, Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I thank you for all of the thumbs up, all the... That's because, Sigma, you have that negative energy and anxiety because you're trying too hard with the monetary part of your marriage. Okay? That's what I feel. There's a lot of anxiety. Yeah, you're still alive. We're all still alive, but money can't buy happiness. And this is a lesson that your spouse needs to learn. Money cannot buy happiness. Money can't buy love either, right? You can't buy somebody's love. You can buy them anything you want, but that doesn't mean that they're going to love you. I've been in that scenario. Money can't buy love. All right. You obviously are with your true mate, your true soulmate, but you're meant to teach each other a lesson when it comes to the monetary value of love. There is no monetary value of true love, right? It's either you work together to make it or you work together to break it. And the money is the root of all evil. It is greed, right? So that's why you got anxiety, because you're trying too hard to make somebody happy by sacrificing your own happiness. Okay, so with that being said, I thank each and every one of you guys for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow for another daily message.